Yo, what is up, y'all? Welcome back to another video. So this is going to be a little bit different than my normal videos, but over the weekend I took part in this 2-hour endurance race. It's the sim production endurance, and so I made a little video here just to kind of highlight how it went and all that fun stuff. So the race starts and we hit the wall right there. Okay, so off to a great start. Okay, I got contact basically before the race even starts, but it was only... So we're gonna go down through here. I'm just, these first couple laps, your goal really, for me anyway, is to just survive. Let's not die, you know what I mean? Don't kill ourselves. It's not even remotely worth it to keep a spot or two, you know what I mean? So like, for example, right now I've already lost a couple spots. Now I am going to be switching back and forth from the cockpit view and then this view. The cockpit view, you can basically ignore all the UI stuff because I'd use race labs, but it's on the replay, so it's not accurate information. Wasn't aware of that until I was editing the video, but it is what it is. But alright, so we're coming down the end of the first lap. We have made it. Coming here to the final turn. It's a little congested here with a couple of these guys. We got a guy who spins off the track right there. So now we're going to come to turn number 1 here on the second lap of the race. We're going to go on through here, easy peasy. Now, at this point, my computer lags massively. So I go off the track and then we go bam into the wall. Alright, so one more look at this. Right there into the wall. Brutal. Brutal. I got heavy damage. Now watch this. If I would have moved, I would have got cleaned. This guy come out of nowhere because he gets hit right there by the BMW and he's going to go flying right in front of us. So if we would have moved, we would have been collected into that. Now, I tried to take this down pit road, but the BMWs were catching me, so out of respect, I just got off the track and towed to the pits. Okay? Now, at this point, I am heavily, frustrated about it. But then I remembered that we have a quick repair in this race. So I had to use mine right here on lap number 2. Not ideal, but hey, we can still now go back out there and see what we can do. Anyway, so here we go. Now we're gonna go back out. We're down a couple laps, but it's 2 hours, so no reason to panic, you know what I mean? But alright. So here goes turn 1 on the next lap. So it did get a little stressful coming up here because like I got a bunch of lap cars. Well, everybody has to be lapped. Like I fell down to I think 50th position. So right now I am 50th, which is not ideal. But coming through here. Now right here we make another catastrophic error. We got a couple BMWs with mad speed coming through here. So we go a little bit wide and a little bit too wide. And we go off the track completely, but this time, no damage. We're gonna wait for this guy to go and we'll get back on here. Alright? Could have been worse. Alright, but we're off to just a phenomenal start, as you guys can see. In our endurance debut here on iRacing. So yeah, so like I said, it's gonna say that I'm in 5th basically this entire race on the UI there, so you can just ignore that. It's not accurate in any way, shape, or form, but I'll go ahead and comment on what we really were at this point, which was, I think at this point we're still like 50th because no one's really wrecked out yet. There's a few ordeals, but nothing too crazy. Coming here into turn number 1, we got a guy off into the dirt. We're gonna go on right by him. Good deal there. So now, just cruising. Gotten off track there. Now we're catching up to this guy in the Miata who was the Miata that got tossed off the track along with us at the very beginning there. Alright, so he then goes to the inside here, and I wasn't sure what he was doing really. I think he was trying to give room for those BMWs coming up. So I go back out here. This BMW has to go right in the middle. Not ideal for him. I probably should have stayed down there with that Miata, but I didn't. But we ended up getting in front of the Miata anyway, so that kind of worked out there for the time being. My car like always gets put on two wheels on this next right-hander. I don't know what it is. It happens to me every time here. But you're gonna see, there it is, a little hop. Got a little loose there, so ended up letting off the throttle, and then these guys were just gonna let go ahead of us because they got us down a lap anyway, so not a big deal. So now we're gonna come in here. Gonna let the Barbie Mobile go on by. That's the person that we should have been with, because we were right behind them when I wrecked. But like I just beelined it off the track so I wouldn't take nobody out. You know what I mean? We are cruising. We are doing okay now. At this point, oh my God, look at this BMW. He has no front bumper. Honestly, I had no idea what happened to him. But obviously, it was something significant. I wonder if he already used his quick repair, or did he just say, "No, I'm not doing it"? I have no idea. But we got some dirt flying up on my windshield. That's why the wipers turned on. What was funny was I was watching somebody else do this race, and like towards the ending, it started to rain a little bit. It does not rain in ours at all. Not even a drop. So it's kind of interesting. But alright, we're getting involved in this little mess here. It's getting a little crowded. And Sean Kirby is going to pass us up as well. It's funny because it says right now that he's on the same lap as me, but he's lower seed than me, which is kind of odd. But coming in through here, it is real crowded right here, so we got to be careful. Don't want to get involved in those shenanigans. Alright, we're about 33 minutes into the race now. Coming to this point, and this was kind of funny, but kind of crazy at the same time. So, we got this Miata coming down here. I'm following him, and then out of nowhere, he's going to do this. There it goes. He blew up his engine. I don't know how that happened to him. It's a tough break, but it was kind of crazy. One more look here. There it is. Blown engine, and the Miata is toast. Unbelievable. I think I've only done that once, and it was like in Street Stocks back when I like first started playing this game. But hey, it happens. I think he maybe did a bad shift or something. I have no idea. And now we got Kirby off the track here. Seems like that's been a theme this race for him, unfortunately. But we're just going to merge in behind him. Not going to try to, you know, force it on him or nothing. That is definitely not the move here. We got a guy off track, and it's that same Miata that blew his engine up, and he is having himself a rough go. He got his car fixed apparently, but he's going to come right back to the same corner, and he's just going to go a little bit wide and hit the wall there, and then one more time for a good cause. Now we're going to come in here, and we are going to, oh my goodness, almost get involved in a catastrophic accident. I mean, honestly, this could have been worse for him. He tries to correct it, spins normally into the wall, but he kept it off the wall, so no damage. That's a win for that guy. So we're coming through here. There was a car down right there. I think it was just a self-spinner, so no real need to show that one there. But here we are. about 48 minutes in now. Lap 34. We're going to get the pass on him. He's going to let us go. Coming here to this corner, we got a guy off track here, and it really put me in a weird spot. I tried to get through here, but we get an off track, and then we get another one. So that's unfortunate, but we will come back to the off track thing, because it does come into effect a little bit later down here in the race. Now we're about 53 minutes into this, approaching lap 38 here. And we are going to go for a spin. Oh my goodness. That corner, man, it got me a couple times when I did the Sim Production Challenge this week, or last week rather. And it got me again. It got me again right there. Now I'm trying to get back on the track, but I had to go off again because there was people coming. I'm not trying to get involved in no accident, as we didn't get no contact for that spin out, so just gotta take it for what it is. Here it is. Just kind of hit the dirt there and over throttled it. It looks like. One more time. Yep, dirt, and around we go. Around we go. All right. Well, we're back on the track, and we had a wreck here with the BMW, and he towed the pits, so his race might honestly be done. I don't know. That didn't look very promising. Okay, lap 41, we're gonna go. Oh my God, somebody almost gets assassinated off pit road. Let's check this out. I mean, he loses it. Oh my God. Almost a death. I mean, that pit road was sketchy. Like, it was sketchy. But they make it through there. And then he's gonna lose control a little bit, going to the grass. We're going to be coming up here, almost hit the wall right there, but we are hanging out. We're going to let this guy go ahead of us, as he does have us a lap down. Now that guy has caught up, he's going to the inside, and he's going to, that guy's going to actually run off the track. Oh boy. And we're going to take that right on back. We're going to lose it a little bit right there. Could have been catastrophic. It's that same spot. This time we held on to it better than the first time. So no spin there. And we're going to come through here. Final turn. And there's a big hit into the wall. That did not look cheap. That looked a little expensive. So now we're coming in here. Turn 2, into turn 3, and things get a little crazy here. He's going to get 2 wheels and spin right in front of us, but we were able to avoid it. Thank God. So that would have been bad for all parties if we would have got involved in it. Here's the replay. Coming in here, he just gets on that curb and goes for a little ride. I noticed my car gets 2 wheels on that turn right there as well. And then if you hit the curb, you're pretty much toast, which is what he did there, but we were able to get on past that. Almost hit this guy, and then he ends up putting himself into the wall, and then he's going to say, screw this, I'm going down pit road, so there he goes. Okay, now this is kind of wild right here. We're coming in here to turn 1, the guy's coming out of the pits, and bam, some contact. And at first glance, I thought that it was the guy in front of me's fault, but upon further review, I don't think so. He comes out, stays to the edge of the track. He comes in like a bat out of hell and just gets wrecked. One more time here. Comes in, bam. That's some significant contact though. He goes off track. I mean, yeah, I'm not sure what he was doing. I mean, I have no idea, man. No idea. But we're going to kind of lose it here, but we keep it together. That was kind of scary. But now we're about an hour and 15 minutes into the race now. I'm on lap 54. We got a guy down here. Looks like a self-spinner, potentially. Okay, we got a guy off into the dirt. That's going to be a BMW, I believe. He'll probably catch up to us in just a few moments because those BMWs they got a lot of speed, man. I was like right on one going down that front stretch. Got diced up. Okay, we're going to get off track here, which is not what you want. I've already got a few at this point, so we're kind of getting into a little bit of a sketchy area. Because if you get 25, you have to go down pit road and serve a drive-through penalty. But come here to the final turn and we're going to spin it. Oh, goodness. And we just avoided some contact because there was a Mazda Miata right behind us, but he was able to avoid us, thank God. And I think that was really a tire wear spin. I was trying to go down pit road here after this, and I just couldn't get the right angle because everybody was on the outside wall there, so I had to just abandon it and go down an extra lap here, which was unfortunate. We kind of lost a lot of time right there, but check out the replay here. We came in and the car just goes, man. It just went. And that Miata behind us, good wreck avoidance on his part. He's just gonna sneak on by. That was a little close. But now we're gonna go down into the pits to do our pit stop for the day. We should be able to make it the rest once we get this done. It's been a roller coaster of an event so far. There's been some good, but there's been some bad, you know what I mean? So we're gonna get some work done here. I think I changed tires and I got fuel, but like I wasn't sure about the tire thing because like when I looked at it, it said my tires were good, but I believe otherwise by how the car was like handling, but I don't know. Anywho, we'll come back out here. We are good to go. Okay, now this is where things get a little interesting. So he's gonna blink here, and then all pandemonium is going to ensue right after this right-hander here. So we get through here. I'm crossing the bridge, and there's some sort of damage that happens there. Boom! If you see that, and then the car just completely spins. Like it's almost like the game registered that I like made contact with him or something. It didn't make much sense to me because he was way in front. It's not like I was even close enough to get in contact with him, but showing the replay here. We're gonna come through here. There's gonna be some glitchy thing up here on the bridge, and it's just gonna go. But we got lucky and we just missed the wall there. That could have been some heavy damage. One more look at it here. Coming through here and just gonna miss it. That was close. Alright, but now we're coming here again. Same location. Okay. Just one more lap up. There's going to be a couple Miatas that get involved in a wreck. This one has his hood up, and we're going to get off track because of this, and we're going to have to serve a penalty because that's 25 incident points for your boy. But taking a look at the wreck here between the Miatas, they come in and boom. I mean, that's unfortunate. That would actually make me pretty upset. I mean, then the guy's got his hood up. There's no way that he could see. There's no way. But we're going to come down here and serve a penalty now. Now, at this point in the race, I was actually in 9th in my class. So, I honestly thought I was going to lose multiple positions coming down here to serve a drive-through penalty. But I ended up not losing a single spot, actually. So, maybe people had gotten wrecked or whatever. But we were able to serve this penalty and get on out here and be done with it. So, yeah. Alright, coming here to turn 1. We got Zach Black, who's going to come off pit road. Now he is in 4th. And so now we got a battle for this position here, which is like the first actual racing I've done in this entire race, because up to this point I've been passing people up while they've been wrecked or on pit road or whatever, aside from like lap 1 and the first part of lap 2. Ever since then I've been just like passing people up in the pits and doing that kind of thing. But he's going to gain some separation on us though. He was pretty quick. Not much stuff I had for him. But we got a spinner here, and we're going to beeline it off the track here. Get an incident point, but I should have went to the inside there honestly, but I saw the open grass and I was like, I'm just going to go for that. And off track at this point, it's not going to hurt me that bad. So we just miss it. Thank God. Avoided that mess. So now we're about an hour and 41 minutes in. So it's getting down to the nitty gritty. Okay? We got the final stretch. You know, final 20, 25 minutes or so. Now the black guy, Zach Black there, he spun it. And we actually take that position now into 4th. So I was hoping that we could maintain this spot. So we'll see what happens. We got a big wreck here with the guy in the wall, and then that guy spins back there. Unfortunate event for those two. Lap 79. I'm gonna actually make a bad turn here. Had to slow way down. Because of that, Zach Black here is gonna take the spot. I basically conceded it to him after I, mess up that turn right there. Just because there's no point in me getting wrecked at this point in the race, you know what I mean? For one position. So, we lose that spot, so that's unfortunate, but there's still some time. There's still some time, so we'll see what happens. Okay, we got a wreck right there. Into the infield he goes. That was the good thing about this track, was that if you do spin, a lot of the time you're going out into the open field, so you may be able to avoid some contact. This guy's going a little slow. He's going to let us go around. And so that's good there. Trying to reel in Zach Black here. He's about 3.5 seconds up ahead now. So we're coming down to the end, man. And we almost get taken out right here. We got the guy in the green. He's going to come up into turn 1. And he's real close to us there. Real close. I'm going to let him go because he is, we're not even racing him at this point. So no point in doing that. So we do survive that, thank God, because that was a little bit sketchy. Alright, so we are going to be taking the white flag this time. This is the final lap of the race. We have somehow survived it after getting massive damage at the beginning, working our way up through the field. At one point I was 50th of all the teams, and to get here into 5th in our class in our first endurance gig, I will gladly accept it. That was actually, it was a lot of fun, man. There's some stressful moments, when you're getting lapped by faster cars and you're trying to let them go but not waste any time either. It can get kind of sketchy. It can get real sketch. But final turn coming up here, and then we will be done with our first endurance race here on iRacing. And there it is. We make it smooth, and we are going to cross over the checker, and that is the end of the 2-hour endurance here at Oran Park. And we're going to pull on over here and get out of Dodge. So the final results, man. So we're going to actually end 15th overall out of 50 people. I consider that to be a massive win, considering that I was 50th at one point. And in our class, we're going to get 5th So that is good. We got some more endurance races coming up this weekend, which I'll probably partake in at least one of them. So we'll see how that one goes. But I really enjoyed this. Um, I wanted to showcase this. Obviously, I'm not going to upload a 2-hour video, so this is what we get. But hope you guys enjoyed that one, man. And I will see you guys next time. So thanks for watching. Peace out. Much love. Deuces.